right, Aries. So we have three people here: the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Page of Swords. We also have the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Cups. Now, one thing that I'm picking up is some of you are really trying to decide whether or not to stay in a situation, invest more time and energy, possibly even finances, invest more money into a situation, or whether or not to kind of move on and let it go. And I very much think that this may be involving three people, since we have three people here. So this could be very much a situation where you're trying to assess and kind of stand back, and possibly by looking at things from a whole different point of view or a whole different perspective, or possibly by looking at past history or past records or the past in some way, you will get your answer. Because I feel like, history repeats itself. So I'm just focused very much on something to do with the past. And I am definitely feeling, though, that some of you are going to be traveling. And I feel like this is a lot of travel. So let me see. This is also coming across to me as, well, for one thing, regarding travel, there could be a delay in travel. So maybe you were planning a trip and something occurs and delays it. Now, this could very much be work related, where you thought, it could just be a delay in a trip in terms of, the plane was supposed to leave at a certain amount of time and, it's like 4 hours delayed. But I'm also feeling like there's something doesn't go through. I don't know if this is financial, or talks are a little kind of up and down. Things aren't communicated properly in some way. And the trip isn't going to be happening. There's a miscommunication. I don't know if there's an argument and the trip is called off. And like I said, for some of you, it could be, like a 3-4 hour delay is how it's coming across to me. But I very much also feel that there are messages going back and forth, and that you're trying to maybe decide what your next move is based on this communication. Now, it could be that there's communication going on with quite a few people, since we have a page, a knight, and a king. These do not have to be males. They could be females. But I feel like there's a decision to be made. It could be a situation where there's three people involved and you're one of them, and maybe you have to make a decision regarding something that or someone that you've been with for a while versus someone new. I'm definitely feeling, though, this person could be either, or one of them could be military, I'm getting, or Air Force, or I don't know, something like airline pilot, or something to do, flight attendant, something to do with flying is how it's coming across to me. But I feel that for some of you, to take things slowly, especially if this is someone that you're newly meeting, because I almost feel like there's something that is, with this Ace of Cups here, it's almost like things are being repressed, or there's, the cup isn't quite full. In reverse. The Ace of Cups, it does speak of an opportunity and something new to begin. But I feel like in reverse, it could just be that emotionally you're not connecting to the person. Or it could also be that there's just a delay or a delay in messages, or a delay in an offer. Maybe some of you thought that you were moving, because I keep getting this movement feeling, or waiting to hear about a loan going through, or finances to be approved, or waiting for money to arrive, and there's a delay in it, is how it's coming across. So I feel like be careful of spending too much money or too much energy on something that is occupying you, that it's like you're putting more energy into it than you're getting out. And you'll know, like, listen to your intuition, because oftentimes, there are very positive things where we have to put more energy into them in order to get the ball rolling. But I feel like this, it definitely could be very much also a relationship. This could be very much a business partnership in business or expansion. But I'm very much getting like communications. I don't know if this is even, I don't know if this is like a record deal or a recording or something that, I don't know, there's some kind of delay or a halt in moving forward. I'm very much feeling, though, that this is like a project for some of you. Could be a project in work where all of a sudden somebody puts a halt to it and says, okay, we're ready to move on it. And all of a sudden somebody pulls out and, they're like, no, we have to hold off here. It could be that somebody is assessing or, reevaluating some finances. And then there's delays, is one of the ways that this is coming across. So I really feel like for the rest of March to really be as balanced as possible, as astute to what is going on, because I feel like there's things that either need approval first, or I don't know. It's like somebody puts a halt or a wrench into a situation that was moving forward, and there could be issues regarding, I don't know. I feel like there's if you stand back and look at something, you're going to see it for really what it is, and that might be important. Now, there's also possibility of, with the Ace of Cups here in reverse, it's kind of like emotions are, they're up and then they're down. They're up and then they're down. Or communication is up and then it's down. It's like somebody is coming and going, back and forth, and there's not consistency. And so I feel like this could definitely be somebody that's coming into your life. And so if this is like new love or partnership in work, or I feel like there's something that's like off balance. And I'm not sure if this is financially off balance, emotionally, physically, spiritually, but something is off balance that kind of needs to regain more grounding. And so it's like what starts off very with something very positive, or the ability to create something positive, it may not quite go the way that you thought it was. So be careful, like I said earlier, about investing your emotions or energy in something that may not, if it doesn't feel right, go with that. Because I'm getting like there's ups and then there's down. It's like a roller coaster. And some of you are going to just be moving away from this and saying, okay, that's enough. I don't need this in my life. I don't need this anymore, especially if it's that up and down. And rightly so, because there's only so much that a person can take. Now, for some of you, this it could be in the workplace and it's out of your hands. It's in someone else's hands. What happens financially, or you're not the CEO or the CFO, so the decision isn't up to you. But just be prepared that there could be some backwards, forwards, and energy kind of all over the place. So if that happens, definitely, one step at a time, just deal with one obstacle at a time if you can, or it may require some backup. And that's why we have 3 people here. There may be other support. And this also could very much be looking to where should we expand the company, or this may be involving an expansion, and you're not sure what direction to go in. And so that's why there's travel involved, because I definitely feel like there's traveling. Feel like traveling is going to reveal something. So whether you're going to go and meet somebody, and in terms of love, maybe you met them online, or you're communicating online, but you're going to go and meet them, or whether this is business related, I feel like something will be revealed about the situation that will give you further insight, and then you can make the decision: do I want to, stay in this or get out?